isn't it?
Well, it's strange, John. I've been around as you and I have with the chamber since its founding.
We founded it. You and I and several other people.
Yeah, we were sitting in your office, and then we ended up at the bank office.
The bank office with Bill Walters, yeah.
And the original process, a lot of people forget too, is you received the JCs, I think, gave you some portion of money to use in the business association because they didn't make it here. $350, I think. But anyway.
Boy, you got a good memory. I don't even remember that.
It gave us a kickoff. And
do you realize I was the JC's Outstanding Young Man of 1976? But you didn't know that.
No wonder you got that.
There you go.
Well, sure, I knew that. I had to know that. If I read the paper, probably on the front page, because the editor.
No, it wasn't.
Well, you had a close relationship with the editor at that time.
I was the editor. That's very good, Bert. Boy, you're sharp.
And the interesting thing is when these people in with the big box stores, Kohl's, when they came in, they joined the chamber.
Yeah, yeah.
And then left.
And then left?
Then left. And, of course, Walmart joined the chamber.
And then left.
And then left. And, of course, they joined it before they even put the first block in the building.
Well, I think it's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it, is that I think it's disgraceful that a business, especially these larger businesses, would come into a community and not support its local chamber of commerce. Because the dues are hardly overwhelming. They probably blow more oiling their doors on a weekly basis than they would by paying membership, and I think they should be ashamed.
Absolutely. And then I'm knocking around, I asked a business person the other day, a new business person that you and I both know, they said, well, we can't afford to right now.
Yeah.
And I understand that, but then I explained to them that over the years, when I attended functions in the chamber, and even with Kiwanis, almost every time I got a prospect to be a customer.
Yeah,
almost every time.
Yeah.
And it may have worked out for each lead, you might say I had.
Well, if they took advantage of the chamber programs, the mixers and the various other events, and perhaps another big event is scheduled for the future that will draw a lot of people. Yeah. Well, if they make an effort, they can get their dues back easily.
That's
and
exactly
plus,
right.
You know?
Just one customer usually. But the interesting thing about the organizations, John, and we've seen like fraternal organizations go downhill.
Are there any left?
And when you talk about the number with the chamber, this is a traditional thing. And a lot of people don't get involved after they join, and they don't understand the value of it so much. But it takes some involvement.
Yeah.
And two, I know if you flip through the book there, you'll see a lot of people that put that GBCC mark in their ad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of them are local businesses anyway. That may help the chamber more than it helps the business sometime because that spreads the word.
Right.
But you know, John, one of the things about the participation with our legislatures, and it's just like me talking about the county.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but we just haven't seen many county people in Bowie.
No.
And at the chamber functions.
No.
And I know I'm sure the local council member, Ms. Turner, goes to some of our things, but it used to be once upon a time that a lot of support came from the whole community of politicians.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Delegates, I don't see it at local functions much.
No.
Maybe they pick and choose them.
Well, I've yet to see any of them, except Doug Peters, at any event that I've been at. Not that I'm at a ton of them, but I've never seen, and you know, like the anniversary event for the chamber, things of that nature. And other, I never see them. Never. Doug is always there. Doug goes through everything.
Yeah, pretty participating.
But nobody will ever beat State Senator Leo Green's record for attendance. I mean, if somebody cooked a good pasta dinner one night, he would be there congratulating the cook.
That's right. Well, I wonder what Leo's doing.
He's also supposed to be coming on the show.
Yeah, we need to do that. He visited the consignment shop the other day and gave them a flag.
Oh, good.
Retired senator. Of course, they know him well.
Well, he was senator for life, I thought.
Yeah, that's about right. But you know, the other thing, there's not a lot of people that I see encouraged to run for office, and that is disappointing, John.
It is. It is. I see candidates now, especially for county executive, that are so mediocre that it's beyond belief.
Yeah.
Gerard Levy, I like. She's a Bowieite, and I would support anybody from Bowie.
And she's got a track record.
And she's got a track record. She's good. She's efficient. I look at these candidates for county council, and I don't mean I mean entire county, because we've got a whole bunch of new ones. And county executive is farcical.
Was it 5 or 6 candidates?
Oh, God knows.
I'm not sure they've even registered.
I even had heard a rumor once that the current county executive's wife was pondering a run.
Oh.
Who I wouldn't know if I stepped on her. I don't know about you. Have you ever met her? So you're his good friend.
Yes,
yeah.
your best friend.
Your best friend, yeah.
By the way, he'll be in Bowie on May 3rd.
Oh, what's the event?
State of the County Economy.
Oh, that's nice. That's his annual visit to Bowie, isn't it?
Well, I don't think last year they had the superintendent of schools to do that event.
Oh, that should have been fascinating.
It was apparently not. They've changed this year again. But it helps the economy when these people come in to speak to the chamber, because they bring their entourage.
But yeah, they spend some money on refreshments.
Sure, and they have to buy a ticket to the event.
Yeah.
So that does help the economy of Bowie.
People will think we're cynics, Bert.
Well, not particularly. You know, this is election year. This off year, you might say, from the presidential election. And to me, it's just not the excitement like it was during the presidential election. And maybe I'm over cynical, because I'd like to hear more about it from people besides us.
Well, I haven't heard precisely. I haven't seen a lot of coverage in any of them. Now it's September, the primary.
Sure.
Which means you have to be a Democrat to really vote in the election, because that's it. And then the election in November, but it's been very, very low key. Very, 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 very low key.
And you know, that's the point, John. You're right. And I never have understood. Well, I do understand why Maryland has the primary in September.
Yeah.
Because it's a Democrat primary, and that generally is the elected person.
Right.
But other states do not do that.
Yeah.
Other states have their primaries in June.
Yeah, earlier.
So, and to me, that's pretty good way of doing it. That way, you get a good run at the general election with the selection of the Democrat Party or the Republican Party having an opportunity to do things.
Yeah.
Rather than the one with the most money that overwhelms you from September 15th to November 2nd.
And they're out there raising money.
Oh boy. And
although some of them don't want to tell us where it's from.
Yeah.
I won't mention any names, of course.
How about well, I don't think Maryland has this rule that if you are a delegate or a state senator, do you have a retirement after one term that you get?
I'm not sure.
They no doubt take the funding, and it's while you're paid, you pay part of it and so on. Like if you're in a political appointment in the county, you can participate in their state retirement fund.
Yeah.
But I still can't get it out of my saying, is this for real, that our congressmen, even after one term, they get full retirement?
I know.
Is that correct?
No, that's not right, but it's
2-year term?
2-year term. Not bad, huh?
Do
they get a full WAP?
That's the question I have, is it? Because
well, they get something, I know.
Yeah, they do get something.
We'll have to call Steny and find out.
Yeah, find out from Steny, and I don't know who he might be running against. Well, how about the...
I've seen a name. And apparently this person, including, and this also includes some people running for county executive, are already putting signs up. Apparently they don't know that's illegal. This is far too early. It's against the law. And if these fools can't obey the law, what do they do at running for public office?
Yeah, that's a good question.
And some of the signs at the county level, county executive candidates, are in the medium, and they're in the right away. I mean, totally illegal at any time, never mind.
Yeah.
You know, the courts have guaranteed people's rights to put a sign on their front lawn.
That's why.
What, 60 days before the actual election? But it's absurd.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And you know, I'll tell you this though. I've noticed even some business people on the weekends put up signs, like a wing delivery sign or something.
Yeah, in the public right away. And
it really turns me off.
Yeah.
And I may have told you the story when we had a guest one time. I was in Waldorf, and there was a certain sign like that in the median strip, and this police officer, the state trooper, stopped his car with his lights on, got the sign and put it in his trunk.